And we are live. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to episode 17 of Comic Convos. Tonight's guest, we've got JP from Organic Priced Books. So, everyone in chat right now, please welcome JP.
Hey everyone, what's up, man? How's it going?
What's up? What's up?
Oh man,
A little bit of echo. No, you're good.
yeah,
BJ Kicks is in right off the bat. First in chat. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing good tonight.
man. I remember not too long ago, BJ just got his 1 year YouTube anniversary. Like I think a few days ago, actually. That was a cool live stream. It was 3 hours too, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome. Well, congrats to you, BJ. I mean, that's a big accomplishment hitting 1,000 subs. That's tough, or a year. A lot of people quit. So it's really cool to see, consistency like that.
yeah. So a lot of people, like I watch a lot of different people, and only a select few they stay on. And there's always like burnout and all that.
Yeah, it's, people, I don't know, they get caught up in a lot of things. They see that they're not doing so well, or,
Mhm.
things might not be going their way and they end up quitting. A lot of people, they just try and give up on it. But it's one of those things you really got to stick with and just grind it out.
For sure.
But, how you doing today? How's things?
Dude, everything's been well. Just went biking real quick before we started this call. Made sure we ate a bunch. That way I'm
Nice.
not like starving. The no grumbling sounds and all that. But overall, it was a pretty solid day.
Cool. So I know you said you're in Central Time. Where are you located at?
We're located in Dallas, Texas. Well, the warehouse is in Arlington, Texas, but I live in Dallas, so it's not too far away.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I'm still up in Oklahoma for now. I'm moving back to
Mhm.
Pennsylvania soon, but that's definitely not far.
Oh yeah. Well, how
So
far is Oklahoma? Like a few hours. That's it.
yeah, we drove to Dallas Fan Expo,
Mm-hmm.
whenever that was. I think it was 3 hours and like 20 minutes.
Okay, because I know people like to go there because the casino was it WinStar.
Oh yeah, they got WinStar. There are so many casinos out this
Yeah,
way, man. It's
yeah.
insane. But organic price books, yeah, I mean they're killing it. I mean, so I used to use in stock trades all the time. That was my
Mhm.
go-to.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing organic price books popping up, and it's like, all right, cool. We got a little competition for in stock. And I mean, I'm not trying to talk down on in stock trades, but
Yeah.
I've had some issues in the past.
Mhm.
Whether it takes a long time to get books out or just, yeah, I've had orders canceled too.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm gonna give these guys a shot, and I'm gonna be honest. I truly do really love using organic price books. Very, very fair prices, very good on the shipping, the quality of the shipping as well. It's been fantastic. So for you guys that don't know, I mean, go ahead, talk about organic price books for everyone
Dude,
that isn't aware.
dude, I always tell people this. It's like it wasn't like a business I would think I would actually grow. It was an accidental business. Like because I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna open up an account and just buy some books to grow to grow my collection. So I would like buy a case of one book, maybe like a War of Realms or whatever it is. Just that for example, buy a case, take one out, and then sell the rest. That way, I just break even. Because you know what Jim Mint always says, like make your hobby fund itself, stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that was the path. But I didn't expect it to be a full blown comic book shop. But it was cool though. It's very fun.
So what exactly, organic price books? I've seen some of the videos that you've been posting.
Hmm.
Did you start off just kind of in your garage doing stuff? Because it looks like you
Yeah,
have a little warehouse now, or at least some
yeah.
office space.
I started off literally at this kitchen table, dude. I had the boxes along my wall right here. Like you see one box right there. But literally I would have like a case of books, and then I would just pack on the kitchen table. And then we moved to the garage, and the garage it had one car parked in there at one point, then had to go get it towed out the way, move it to a different house. And then like a few months later, just move into a warehouse. So it's been really fast paced. People always say we've been here for a while, but it's only been 9 months since we just started.
That's insane. You're honestly killing it in those 9 months.
Yeah,
I
dude.
That's really cool to see. The kitchen table,
Mhm.
garage, office space, and I know you said you kind of started it to kind of fund your own hobby. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to you before. You said you haven't read a ton of comics. It
Hmm.
was more of just kind of the sales idea for it.
Yeah.
But when you said it was an accident, what really what kind of
So
started this instead of something else? I mean, you could sell anything at
yeah,
that rate.
yeah. Well, so my girlfriend asked me to buy her like a Moonlight, Twilight, whatever book from Barnes and Nobles, and she bought it for full price. All right, and she's like, "What? I could get it on Amazon for like half the price. So I was like, yeah, let's do that. So let's refund that one. And then I got it on Amazon. And the funny thing is because they recommended me DC Deceased. And I was like, all right, why not? Because all I read was like business books and personal development and all that. I'm like, okay, I read a book with some pictures. That way I don't have to think so much. And then after I read it, I was like, man, this is actually really good. And I bought like the Injustice omnibus because I was like, okay, cool. And then I read that one. I was like, oh my gosh, this one's really good too. I mean, then I just started into comics from there. So it was basically, it was from an Amazon recommendation.
Damn, look at that. Amazon funded an entire new business and they didn't even know. That's pretty cool though. So you'd say that you read more DC stuff?
I read more Image. I started with
Awesome.
DC, but I read more Image now because I like Image because it's a one-shot story. I could just read in my bed. DC, Marvel, it's kind of like I have to get volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. I'm like,
Yeah.
and you just don't know where to start off.
I think that's another reason I'm a big fan of like Indies, Image, Boom Studios as well, because it's such a different feel to a story. It's such a different type of story. Not everything is just a superhero, and I mean, not all superhero stories are the same, but you know pretty much what's going to happen. You got the superhero, something bad's going to happen, a villain fight, and then he's going to save the day.
Yeah.
With the indie books, it really is a lot of everything. There's horror, there's mystery, thrill,
Yeah.
and it's fun.
And like what I like about it is that there's like you don't have to hold back because I know with Marvel and DC you kind of have to hold back like the graphics and the nudity and all that stuff. But what indies are like whatever sells,
Pretty much. So, and then with all that, just how did starting the business really take off to you? I know you said that you picked up the pallet or just a box of the books, and
Uh-huh.
what was your moment where you thought, this is it? We're really gonna keep going with this one.
Okay, so what happened at first is I joined before I got started into like hugely collecting books. I would join like Facebook groups like Gym Mints and then Omnibus Collectors and Omnibud Cafe, whatnot. I just started chatting it up there. And I posted links. I was like, hey guys, I got a case, I got a few books here and there because I must, I bought a case. I'm gonna sell some. Here's some deals. And then people would start buying from me. I was like, okay, cool. That's pretty interesting. And what really blew us up was when I reached out to Jim Mint, Steven, and I was like, hey, bro, can you give me a shout out? He was like, yeah. So we worked out a deal. And the funny thing is we talk now a lot, but he told me, it's like, man, when I heard of you and you asked for this favor, I was like, man, nobody's gonna buy from this guy because we have IST, CGN, all these other people, but I don't know what happened. We just blew it out the water from there.
Well, I mean, a shout out always helps, but I think
Yeah.
people really, they took notice to at least how you package books. There's a
Yeah.
lot of companies out there that, like you mentioned Amazon. Every time I've bought a hardcover from Amazon, it has come damaged. There's usually the box doesn't even have bubble wrap in it. It's just this hardcover in there. You pick it up and you hear it shaking, and every time it's bad.
Yeah.
And even when I mentioned earlier with in-stock trades, so you make an order, and then if you don't pay for that priority shipping, it could be weeks until they even say, all right, we're going to be shipping it out, and then a couple more weeks because they're using media mail.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
With you guys, it was just ordered it, and then a few days later, I even reached out to you because the last one I ordered, I wasn't sure if it was in stock or not.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, we're getting it on Friday. I think I literally ordered it on that Friday, got the info maybe Monday, and then the book by the end of the week. It's insane. And then when you have it, when you open it, the packaging for it is, that book is not going to get damaged at all.
Yeah. That's the idea. It's kind of funny because like when we first started packaging, I would buy like a small little box, like one of those Amazon boxes, not even double walled or anything. I just do one layer of bubble wrap and I just shipped it off. I'm like, okay, this works. But as soon as I started selling to those collector guys, man, I was like, all right, I gotta get these double wall, like double bubble wrap, double everything, But
yeah, I mean, people care about that.
Yeah, if you saw my packaging when I first started, I'm like, man, how did this guy even get to where I am, where he is now?
Dude, you say that, but I mean, everybody starts off at some sort of way. When I first sold some books, like the very first time I had a claim sale, I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point. Oh my God, dude. It is a couple, like you said, a couple things of bubble wrap, put it in the priority, just the bubble mailer, no cardboard, nothing. It's like, all right, That's probably good. I mean, they'll
Yeah.
take care of it. No.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, I realized like, man, I screwed up.
Hmm.
And yeah, it takes us a few times to learn, but man, you heard what people said, or you figured it out yourself and
Yeah.
you got it together. So that's really cool.
Yeah, that's what we did. We always like adjust to people's complaints and whatnot, and pivot and make sure we always improve. And just recently, we improved the website again as well. If you go to the website, there's filtering options now. When you want to look at DC books or Marvel books, you could filter out the collection with like hardcover, trade paperbacks, Marvel Masterworks, epics, and whatnot, instead of just having to look through everything. So that's something we did over the weekend.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, obviously you have a team, you have employees.
Hmm.
How many people do you have working at Organic Price Books now?
I think it's just, let me count, like four. Yeah, just four people. It's literally one of my friend I met when I worked at Lifetime as a trainer, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll help you out," and he didn't expect it to be a big business. He was like, "Yeah, I'll come over and help pack some books, whatnot," and then. After a while, he's like, "You know what? You got a lot of books to pack. Can I bring my brother and sister as well?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, go ahead." And then, it's been a trio. So it's just him. His name is David. You see him on some videos, and then his siblings. And now we have his cousin involved. So I literally call it the Ortiz family business. And I'm just the marketer guy.
Dude, that's good though. I mean, you had a friend, and then you said, let me bring some of my family over. I'll help you out with this.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to have
Yeah.
people in your life that are about that.
Yeah.
Where do you see Organic Price going from here, though? You got a couple people working for you. You're growing way bigger.
Yeah.
So what's next?
Yeah, I would like to grow into a bigger like distribution selling. We are branding out to branded stuff like book stands. I did reach out to Marvel and DC yesterday about licensing, like getting a license so I could like sell custom dust jackets eventually. See if that's
Ooh.
possible, because I know that's like a some it's not available right now anywhere. You just have to hit up artists and whatnot, but like you can't really buy a custom dust jacket like from a retailer. You have to ask for an artist to make it for you, then get it printed. So I was like, you know what? Let me reach out to them and see if they'll let us do that. We'll print out the dust jackets. We'll have artists to customize it, and that way we bring more workers into the community, provide more jobs for those artists that are like very slept on basically, but they do great work, but people just don't know because you can't really do it. So that's another thing, selling some statues and toys. But yeah, man, art, there's a lot of options. There's so many options, and it's only been 9 months.
That's awesome. And I mean, it's obviously overwhelming, especially when you see success like that. Because even, I mean, I'm not saying, my channel is big or anything,
Yeah.
but I think I had like one video. All my videos in the beginning, they were hitting like 100 views.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this one, it was hitting around 1,000. It hit 1,000 views. And
Yeah.
all these people are commenting. And I'm like, yo, I don't know, like, what am I doing right now? People are actually giving me positive feedback. And then from there, it just, it started growing. I mean, even right now, it's overwhelming. I only do like 2 videos a week. It's just,
really?
it's all on me. I do the editing. I do all that stuff. If I have to reach out to, like what I did with you, hit you up.
Yeah.
Can we set something up?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there that, they have teams that edit everything. They have people that manage YouTube.
Mhm.
So it becomes stressful, especially, yours is a real business. This is just my fun hobby at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got deadlines, you've got, orders to fulfill. Because if you
Yep.
screw one person over, it's, that's it.
It's what they say. It's like you make one person happy, they'll tell like 2 or 3. You make one person upset, they'll tell like 10 or 20.
Yeah, it really is. It's all good until it's not good, and then you're gonna say, I just had this experience, man. I can't believe this happened.
Yeah.
And now everybody knows about that, but
Mhm.
they're gonna stay quiet when it's a good one. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy you are growing like very well, especially over just 9 months.
Yeah. We all of us, we didn't believe it would blow up like how it did, but
That's a good thing.
We just made it work.
Cool. And for all of you that are in the chat right now, about to be tuning in, all of his links are down low in the description. His Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and obviously Organic Price Books there as well. You make an account. What was it? When you make an account, you get like $2 off if you refer somebody.
$2 off when you refer somebody.
Cool. All about getting more incentives in. Hey, I mean, it helps bring people in. Someone sees that just that little bit, $2 off.
Yeah, it adds up,
That's big.
and the rewards and all that other stuff too.
Yeah. So with, just everything from organic price books, just growing from there, do you feel more of a kind of more of a collector? Do you find yourself reading a lot more stuff now? Because like I said, last time I spoke with you,
Uh-huh.
you said you didn't
Yeah,
really read too many comic
yeah.
books, but I mean, this conversation you've read a good bit since then.
Yeah, well, I started reading a lot more because since we growing on the YouTube channel now, for another marketing avenue, we had to read more to do overviews and reviews. So I try to read at least one book a week.
Cool.
But I've been doing a lot of ongoings like Berserker or Berserk, something like that. The Keanu Reeves one.
From
And
Boom.
yeah, but and then like the Nice House on the Lake crossover, Something Killing the Children, House of Slaughter, all that other stuff, like all the cool ongoing ones. I don't know what else. I just read a lot of Image, honestly.
That's good.
Yeah,
Check out
because
some of the smaller indie publishers too. They got AWA. I know they have a lot of trade paperbacks. Scout Comics is awesome. Vault's got some good stuff.
yeah.
So there's just so many cool options out there.
Yeah, it's like kind of like watching TV all over again, but reading it, because like at this point, it's like, man, there's nothing really to watch. But when you go into comics, man, wow, there's a lot to read.
Yep, it's like one thing after another.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to read the finished runs right now, so whatever is finished.
I agree with that. It's I like to, when I pick books up, I kind of like to be, at least finished or close to finished. Because if I
Yeah,
just buy one hardcover, it's like, oh, do I really want to start reading the single issues now to get
yeah.
caught up?
And then it's kind of like you need a refresher again, because you know how you have
That
the
too.
recaps on Netflix and all that. It's like I don't have a recap here. I got to read through it all over again.
Oh my god, I know. But one cool thing, with the different types of hardcovers, I know obviously you're a business guy, so you don't need to really take any real advice from me. But
Mhm.
some of the cool ones with like Marvel, where they have the different covers,
Yeah.
I've noticed as of late, a lot of the omnis that have the actual comic book covers on there, they
Yeah.
are holding value and selling for a ton of
Yeah,
money.
yeah, for sure. Everybody loves those old school DM variants, man.
Oh yeah,
For me, I just got into comics. I'm like, yeah, I want that new modern stuff. But everybody likes the old school. Like, okay, it looks kind of cheesy, but yeah, that's gonna,
they love it.
yeah.
So for stuff like that, do you put all of that together on your website? Do you sell it all at the same price? Do you hold some of those back?
So I put it all together. So what we do is whenever a solicitation comes up, we put everything on the solicitation up for pre-order, and then I just place the orders based on like, if somebody orders like 50 copies of Jason Aaron Thor, I order like 150 or something like that. If I know it's good or not,
Mhm.
it's all like guessing right now. When I first started, it was horrible because I was like, it was like everything was selling out, everything, like no matter what book it is, it could be a bad book like August 1961 or whatever. Nobody really reads that, but like everything was selling out. So when I first started, I would just be like, okay, let me just buy out the entire stock of every single book from Diamond for the next 6 months. And
Solid.
that was a bold move, but I got really lucky that Diamond and Marvel kind of like split apart, and they switched over to Penguin Random House. All right, so then I was like, they canceled all my orders. I was like, oh please,
Mhm.
thank you. I got really lucky because I was sitting on a lot of books for a while,
Damn,
and
that's pretty clutch then.
yeah, I got real lucky on that point.
How do you feel? Has the change to the Penguin Random House? Have you seen a big change in just shipments, just the way books are shipped?
Well, the biggest change in shipment is that if you don't order enough to fulfill a pallet, maybe like 1,000 pounds or 2,000 pounds worth of books, they'll ship everything through UPS in a printer box. So, do you know the
Oh my
difference of a
god!
printer box?
It's I know they're a little bit sturdier, aren't they?
Uh, well, I would say it's just a regular box. It's not. Sometimes it's double wall. Most of the time it's not. But it's a regular box. You put like 6 or 10 omnis in, and you just ship it off. So they don't put any protection or anything. They just slap their label on, like from Penguin Random House, onto the box, and they ship it out. So every single time we get those books from UPS, whatever, the corners are messed up and whatnot. So I have to like do claims, and then you won't get your refund back until like 6 weeks, but they'll send you out another, another case. But it's been a lot
Pretty
of back and
annoying.
forth with that. So if you're a retailer and you don't order a pallet worth of stuff, then 99% of the time your stuff is gonna come damaged.
That's pretty annoying.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Are they at least kind of cool as far as customer service goes? Like when you call them and you say this, are they trying to throw a little bit of a fight, or is it, oh yeah,
Dude,
we
they
got you?
they already know. Like before you even do a claim, they're like, "Hey, if you want to place a claim, send us an email or call or whatever," because they already know every single day is they're getting claims, and they don't even ask for pictures and stuff like anymore. They're just like they ask for the units, how many got damaged, and then they'll just send out replacements. And I was
That's
like, "Oh yeah,
absolutely annoying.
yeah." I was like, "All you gotta do is like get another box, put the box in there, some and some paper, and you're good or whatever."
Right? You'd think, I don't know, at that point, they're getting these phone calls probably constantly every single day. Just
Every
like
single
you
day, every
said,
single week.
just
I'm not
change
the
the
only one.
box.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you're still getting your stuff. I know a lot of shops around here. I know my LCS back home in Pennsylvania. They're having a lot of issues with the random Penguin House stuff. Obviously, still Diamond.
Yeah. Well,
Everything's coming late and everything's coming damaged.
yeah, especially with Diamond right now because they got hacked or whatever. So on the shipments are always like, well, lately they're late. Like last week, we didn't get our shipment until like Friday. They're supposed to be on Tuesday, but I think they're doing better. I'm not sure because their website is still like not updating anything. So they
Really,
when you're a retailer, you get information through email now. You can't, they'll like do like those little notification emails from Diamond, but you can't really like nothing updates on their website at this time. Everything's like blank.
that's insane. I can't believe they're still having that problem. I think I was reading something that they said that they had like an emergency that they were reaching out to a different website just to get their stuff up and going again.
Yeah, and then at one point they couldn't fulfill their any of their shipments because their system was down, so they can't like pull up what needs to go where and all that stuff. So
That's sad.
yeah.
So obviously, hardcovers, graphic novels.
Mhm.
Since you're getting a little bit more into comics, do you think in the future you might be looking to sell new comic book day books as well? Because you already
Um,
sell through those distributors. You could get those technically, I
yeah, I
guess.
could. It's just like that one is a lot. It's a big speculation market. I know with
That too.
hardcovers and whatnot, I know they're gonna sell.
Hmm.
With daily releases and whatnot, it's like weekly new comic book day. I'm just like, oh, I don't even know what's gonna sell unless they're like huge, like something killing the children and whatnot. And then I actually had to beat it at the retail shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now we have like a great hours because we show up whenever our shipment comes in. So like let's say our shipment comes in at 12 o'clock. We're like, all right, everybody coming at 12. Then we start packing and whatnot, So but when you do new comic book day, you have to be there early for your customers and all that.
Oh yeah.
So that's something that am not looking to get into at this moment, but we do buy single issues to hold on to for now to put on like maybe whatnot auctions and like all that later
Cool. Are you going to be moving towards using whatnot?
on. Maybe eventually. I mean, it's pretty, but they're doing pretty well.
Oh yeah, they
Selling
are.
single issues and all that. So it's like maybe we'll do that instead of having like a regular retail brick and mortar. We'll just buy some issues here and there, hold on to it for a few months, and then put it on whatnot.
I think that's in my opinion, I think that's a smart call. I mean,
Yeah,
brick and mortars are cool,
yeah,
but that now turns into so much extra work. And
exactly.
as much as I love comics and, tell
Mhm.
everyone go support your LCS, I think the ones that do really well or well versed, they have the statues, they have like game nights, they sell cards,
Yeah,
and that turns you guys into just so much extra work that you probably weren't really looking for to
yeah,
begin with.
yeah, exactly. We just want to, keep our hours pretty well, like, where we don't have to show up every single day, 8 to 5, like a full shift. Just
Yeah.
just pack some books. When we're done early, we leave. Like, oh, that's all the orders for today. That's cool, and we just go home instead of like waiting there for like maybe 2 or 3 customers for the day. Because if you close up shop early as a regular brick and mortar, they're gonna be like, why are you closed? Get all mad and whatnot. Go on Yelp 1-star review. you know.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I think what you're doing right now is fantastic. You're obviously killing it, and there's no reason to really transition to other things that just require too much extra work.
Exactly.
And even just not even the work, but the knowledge, just
Yeah. Like,
cards, Pokemon cards, sports
hmm
cards, all
hmm
of that's just there's so much happening in like those realms.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Exactly.
But I mean, I'm happy things are going with that. We are coming up on the 30-minute mark though. If you guys have any sort of questions, organic price books, JP for himself, what it, anything that you could think of, now's the time to do it. But before people do, start getting their questions in, is there any info that you could tell someone that if they were interested in doing something like this that like really helped you get through the beginning stages, like if they were looking to set up an account for to become a retailer or just
hmm
for themselves if they want their own diamond account?
Well, opening up a diamond account in a retail shop is really easy because all you have to do is get a resale license and just reach out to anybody and they'll give you an account. But I think the biggest thing you have to worry about, because I had a lot of people or like younger college kids and younger people want to open up their manga shop and all this other stuff. And I was like, you got to really research your margins because, everybody wants to open a shop because so they can sell some books and also more being a collector, basically. They see it more of a fun collector hobby with like making money on the side too. So they want to, like, this one person wanted to sell manga. So I was like, well, so what are your margins? And then, so you know how mangas, they're a lot smaller and maybe they're like $25, $15, whatever. So you gotta
Mhm.
really account for your shipping costs, which is maybe gonna be like $5 to $10 to ship out the book, and then you're gonna like take out the cost for the box and everything. You're only gonna be left with maybe $1 or $2 per sale. I was like, do you really want to, sell a manga, open a manga shop and all this, and you're gonna have a lot of work just for like $1 or $2 per sale. That's why we want to do, like, for me, I rather do collected editions like hardcovers and all this stuff because the margins are higher. The higher the price books, you can make more money.
Absolutely.
If we're only making $1 or $2 per sale, I'm like, nah, no, thank you.
Not worth the time.
Yeah,
But I mean,
exactly.
people love the hardcovers, man. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, hell, I've got a nice collection back in Pennsylvania. That's where most of my stuff is. They're just a nice piece to have.
yeah, exactly. So just pay attention to your margins. Make sure that you actually are gonna make a profit instead of just going in there for the hype or the because you like it. Just make sure you're gonna succeed.
That's really good advice. So we do have a question from Dave. So, question for JP: what happened with the Spider-Man replacement jacket?
So I think you're talking about the ASM 300. We all received them. I sent out an email saying if you want the custom dust jacket, if you bought a copy from me, all you had to do is send me an email if you to have it shipped to your next order, or you could have it shipped to you separately for like I think $10 because of shipping costs and all that as well.
So I mean, I don't really have any knowledge on that. What happened?
So what happened was the ASM 300. I forgot what Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus got solicited with the issue 300 anniversary cover, like the red background with the black Spider-Man or something like that. I don't really remember. So that got solicited as the DM variant, but then Marvel changed it to like a different cover, and nobody liked it. It was like a white background with the a black suit Spider-Man or something like that. And then everybody was getting mad. They were getting upset. They were trying to cancel. They were canceling orders, not trying to, but they were canceling orders and whatnot. And then Marvel, I guess Omar got a hold of Dave and told him what's going on. And they were like, all right, we feel bad. Let's print out these extra dust jackets. And they got sent to us retailers maybe like a few months later. And then we had to send it. We had to send it all out to the customers. Just reach out to everybody.
Damn, that's kind of crappy that they did that on their end.
Yeah.
So let's see. Next up, all right, we got another one for JP. How do I get swole like you, big dog?
You just lift 1,000 pounds of books every day. Just go out there, pick up some cases of books, and put on the table every single day.
Boom. Just start a hardcover business and lift pallets.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Dude,
also remember to keep a diamond account, you have to order a certain amount per month. It keeps the hobbyists out, and
yeah,
it makes a lot of sense. I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Your minimum order quantity is about $500 every single month. And that's just with Diamond. You have to do it with Lunar. You have to do it with Penguin Random House as well. So
I forgot about Lunar.
yeah, Lunar does all the DC. I think Lunar's my favorite so far. I had zero problems with them at all.
You know, in the beginning, I heard they were having a lot of issues, but they seem to have worked most of it out.
Yeah, they're doing
So,
really well. The only thing I
that's
don't
good.
like about Lunar though is they'll show a lot of books that they have available that are available. I mean, like let's say like the Fourth World, Absolute Fourth World, Volume 1 by Jack Kirby. They said they had that available for like literally 4 months, and they would never ship it out because every time I reach out, like, oh, we're still trying to locate the stock. You
Oh my
know?
god.
So I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, it's available, but we can't find it, basically.
I've gotten that from people before too. I
Mhm.
actually get that on eBay a lot. Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we can't find it anymore. Oh, okay. I guess cancel it then.
And they're
But
and
if those are all the questions, we hit the 30-minute mark for this episode. I just want to say thank you, chat, and a big thank you to JP from Organic Price Books. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. I know you're a busy man. You know, you got a lot going on right now, and I really do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to, hang out with me for half an hour and talk some stuff.
yeah, thanks for having me, man. It was
Absolutely.
fun. It was really fun. I love doing this stuff. So whenever you want to reach out, do this again, just let me know.
Awesome. Will do. So on that note, thank you again, everybody. Seriously, huge thank you to you, JP. Really do appreciate it. And on that note, have a good night, everyone.
Take care, everyone.